Hi guys, so in this video we're just going to be focusing on simultaneous equations, right? So the first equation that we have is y is equals to x plus 2, and then the second one is x plus x multiplied by y is equals to 4. So let's say this is your equation 1 and this is your equation 2, right? Let's create equation 3. So you can choose between these two equations on which one is simpler to use as your equation 3. I only see equation 1 as simpler to use as equation 3. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to say y is equals to x plus 2, and I'm going to make it equation 3, right? And then from here, you're going to substitute equation 3 into equation 2. Why equation 2? Because you used equation 1 to form equation 3, so you can't substitute equation 3 to equation 1. You only substitute equation 3 into the equation that you haven't used yet, right? So whenever we see y in equation 2, we're going to put x plus 2, right? So we're going to say x plus x, right? I'm just writing this equation here. So it's x plus x. Where there's y, open the bracket, I write x plus 2, right? Which is this one here. And then I say equals to 4, right? Then from here, you're just going to find the product and solve for x. So it's going to be x plus, and then this x will multiply everything that is inside here. So you're going to have x squared plus 2x is equals to 4, right? And then we collect the like terms, so it's going to be x squared plus 2x plus x minus 4 is equals to 0. So I transpose this 4 to the other side. Then from here, I'm having a like terms 2x and x, right? So it's going to be x squared plus 3x minus 4 is equals to 0, right? Then from here, we know that this is the standard form of the equation. So we're just going to factorize and equate to 0. The factors of x squared is x and x. Factors of 4 such that they give you the middle term when you add or subtract is what? You can use 4 and 1, right? And then the bigger number takes the sign of the middle term. So it's going to be plus 4 here, and it's going to be minus 1. So therefore, x minus 1 is equals to 0, or x plus 4 is equals to 0. Then you transpose this minus 1 to the other side, you transpose this 4 to the other side, you have x being equals to 1, or x being equals to minus 4, right? So these are your solutions of x. So from here, you're going to use your equation 3 to identify the values of y. So remember, your equation 3 was y is equals to x plus 2. So I'm just going to separate it and do the same thing here. Y is equals to x plus 2, right? So you're just going to substitute, so say, but x is equals to 1, but x is equals to minus 4. And then you identify your y value, so it's going to be y is equals to your x value, which is 1, plus the 2. And then you do the same thing on the other side. You say y is equals to your x value, which is minus 4. And then you add your 2 like this, right? And then you find the solution to this. Y is equals to 3, or y is equals to minus 2, right? So these are your solutions of x and y. So x is 1, y is 3, x is minus 4, y is minus 2. Fine, so now we're done with this problem here, but what's mostly important is to do checks, right? You can choose any of your solutions of x and y to do checks. What do I mean by doing checks? You need to check on whether or not your solution is correct, right? So you don't want to be making mistakes. Writing the equation 1, it was y is equals to x plus 2, right? So this was equation 1. In equation 2 was x plus x, y is equals to 4, right? So now you're going to do checks. What are our solutions? Solutions here. Let me use just one pair of solutions. When x is equals to 1, y is equals to 3, right? So let's substitute these two values in these two equations. Let's start off with equation 1, right? Where there's y, I'm going to put 3, so it's 3 is equals to, where there's x, I put 1, so it's 1 plus 2, right? So this left hand side is 3, this right hand side is 3, so therefore it's okay. And then I substitute on equation 2. Where there's x, I'm going to put in this 1 here, so it's going to be 1 plus 1 into our y value, which is 3, is equals to 4. So it's going to be 1 plus 3 equals to 4, and then 4 is equals to 4, and therefore it's okay. So once you find that these values are equal like this, then you know that your solutions of x and y are correct, right? Please do checks once you finish with your simultaneous equations. Anyways, let's do another problem. So now we're going to do this problem here where we have x minus 2y is equals to 3, and we make it equation 1, right? And then we also have x squared minus xy minus y squared is equals to 1. Let's let that be equals to 2, equation 2, by the way. So now, in this stage, we want to create equation 3. So which equation should we use? Please take a guess. Well, you don't have to take a guess, right? So you can just choose an equation that is less complicating, right? An equation that doesn't have x squared, y squared, an equation that's just going to make things simpler for yourself. That would be your equation 3, right? In this case, this equation looks much more simpler to use. Please don't equate to y, because y has minus 2 as a coefficient, right? Which will just complicate things because you have to divide by the 2, right? So just use x is equals to, which is what I'm going to do. So you're going to say x is equals to, so you're going to take this minus 2 to the other side. You have 2y plus 3, and then it's equals to your equation 3, right? And then from here, you're going to substitute the equation 3 into the equation 2, right? So whenever you see x, you're going to put 2y plus 3. Just by looking at equation 2, we're already starting with x squared, right? So you're going to put 2y plus 3 all squared minus, and here also you're just going to put your 2y plus 3 and then multiply by y, and then minus y squared is equals to 1, right? And then from here you can solve for your y. So we're just going to expand this. It's going to be 2y plus 3, 2y plus 3 minus, and then here we're just going to find the product, so we're just going to multiply through inside. So you have 2y squared plus 3y minus y squared is equals to 1. And then now you're going to find the product of this here, right? And meaning that you're going to start off with this 1, hence I'm writing 1, which means you're going to say 2y multiplied by 2y, and then this 2 here, you're going to say 2y multiplied by this 3 here, and then number 3, you're going to say 3 multiplied by 2y, and then number 4, you're going to say 3 multiplied by 3. So those are the steps. And then you have 4y squared plus 6y plus 6y plus 9. And then here the negative will multiply everything that is inside. So you have minus 2y squared minus 3y minus y squared is equals to 1, right? And then from here, we're going to collect the like terms, right? So you collect the like terms, collect this, collect this, collect this. You have 4y squared minus 2y squared minus y squared. Once you're done collecting like terms, just remove them so that you know what's left. And then here you have 6y, and minus 3. So it's going to be plus 6y minus 3y, right? And then you remove those like terms. Now you have your 9 and your 1 on the other side of the equation. So you're going to say plus 9 minus 1 is equals to 0 because you're transporting the 1 to the other side. And then from here, you simply add your like terms, right? So you're going to say 4y squared minus 2y squared minus y squared is equals to y squared. And then here it's 6 plus 6, which is 12, minus 3, which is 9, right? Obviously you need to use your Bodmer's rule. So just punch it through your calculator, you will get plus 9y, right? And then 9 minus 1 is going to give you 8, right? So it's equals to 0. So now you are having a standard form of equation, right? You're having a standard form of equation. So you're going to factorize this problem here and equate to 0. So the factors of y squared is y and y. Factors of 8 such that they give you the middle term, whether you add or subtract, is going to be 8 and 1, right? And then it's plus and plus. So y plus 1 is equals to 0, or y plus 8 is equals to 0. And then y is equals to minus 1, or y is equals to minus 8. So these are your solutions of y. We need to identify the solutions of x now. But you need to remember that your equation 3 is actually equals to x, right? Which is equals to 2y plus 3. So this is equation 3. So you're going to use it to find the other values of x, right? So if y is equals to minus 1, so what is x, right? And then you're going to say x is equals to 2 into minus 1 plus 3, right? And then when y is equals to minus 8, what is x? You're going to say x is equals to 2 into minus 8 plus 3, right? So from here, our x value is going to be what? So 2 multiplied by negative 1 is going to be minus 2 plus 3, which x is equals to 1, right? So this is the first solution. And then here, 2 multiplied by negative 8 is going to be x is equals to minus 16 plus 3. So x is equals to minus 13. So now you have found your values of x and y, right? So this is the value of y, and then these are your values of x. Now, what you need to do is do checks. Always check if your solutions are correct. Don't forget that step. So do your checks. Very important, so that you know that you have your maximum marks. I'm going to use one pair of solutions, right? So I'm going to use x equals to 1, y is equals to minus 1, right? Which is what we found here. If you take a look, we found y being equals to minus 1 and x being equals to 1. So I'm just going to use that pair of x and y, and then I'm going to substitute it in equation 1 and equation 2 to see if those values are actually correct. So you have x minus 2y is equals to 3, and you have x squared minus xy minus y squared is equals to 1, right? So what you can do is you can say if x equals to 1 and y equals to minus 1, right? The left hand side is this one here, starting with the equation. So I'm going to start with the equation 1, just indicate, sorry. So where there's x, I'm going to put 1, alright, like this, and then minus 2, where there's y, I'm going to put negative 1, so it's equals to 3. So here you're going to have 1, and then this negative will multiply the negative inside, so you're going to have plus 2 is equals to 3, and then on the left hand side is 3 is equals to 3. So this is okay. But you don't have to end here. You need to test the other equation, because sometimes you can get it right on the first equation, but the second equation doesn't give you the correct values. So you need to also test for that. So if x is equals to 1 and y is equals to minus 1 in equation 2, right? So the left hand side is, where there's x, I'm going to put 1, so it's 1 squared minus into 1 minus 1 like this, minus into minus 1 squared, right? So I'm gonna get 1 plus 1, and then here it's going to be minus 1, right? So this is the left hand side, by the way, left hand side. So these will go away, and then you remain with 1, and then the right hand side is actually equals to 1. So therefore everything is okay. So now you know that your solutions of x and y are correct, right? So now what I need you guys to do is I need you guys to try out these problems. Try out these problems and let me know what you're getting. So if you have x plus y equals to 5, and x, y is equal to 6. Please try out this one. Solve for x and y. And number 2, try out this one, which is 3x actually. So it's going to be 3x minus y is equal to 6, and x squared minus 3x plus xy minus y is equal to 22. Please try out these two problems, this one here and this one here. Right, try out these two. Let me know the solution that you're getting in the comment section below, and tell me if you are struggling somewhere so that I can create a video to explain these problems here. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, suggestions, or comments, please write them down in the comment section below. Otherwise, please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to click that bell button.